What's up? Honor 26 here, and I wanted to do a video that was responding to Marc P's 20 wrestling questions. I think this might help some of my subscribers, or if you're watching this video, understand where I'm coming from on some wrestling issues. So let's get to it. Who is the best wrestler in the world today? I say it's Chris Jericho. He has the look. He's having great matches with Rey Mysterio right now. He just has a lot of great stuff. I just feel he's a world-class wrestler right now. He's just doing a great job. If you could only watch matches of one wrestler the rest of your life, who would that be? Kenta, because he does American shows and Japanese shows, so I could watch both. And he's probably had the most great matches this year of any one wrestler. If you saw Robin Sanders' half-year countdown, there was a ton of Kenta on it. So, there's that. Who is the sexiest woman in wrestling today? I'm a big Melina fan. I just think she's hot, and the whole splits thing is just who is the best announcer today in wrestling? I think it's Matt Stryker. He's one of the few reasons I still watch ECW now that Jack Swagger and Evan Bourne got traded, along with Christian. Is wrestling better or worse than 5 years ago? I say better, because there's more competition with Ring of Honor and TNA both having good TV deals. When Vince McMahon retires, who do you believe should replace him? Jim Ross or Jim Cornette, because both of those guys have I think know the business really well in all aspects and can definitely run the business very well. And maybe between those two, I'd choose Jim Ross, just because he's already in WWE. Might be a good thing to have a person within take over. Who's the most overrated wrestler in the world today? I have to go with NWA World Heavyweight Champion Blue Demon Jr. Or he might not be anymore, I'm not sure. But I just watched both Houston Ring of Honor shows, and I just don't see what's there. I mean, can someone please explain it to me? I just don't get it. He's just not good in the ring. He's just... I don't see it at all. Someone please explain it to me. Who's the most underrated wrestler in the world today? I say it's El Generico from Ring of Honor. He's in the tag team where he's seen as the worst of the two, or Kevin seen as a bigger star than he is. And I think El Generico, I still think Steen's a little bit better, but I think Generico's up there and can definitely be a main eventer in Ring of Honor. PWG gave him the chance and he ran with it, and I think Ring of Honor should do the same thing. Who's the best brawler in wrestling today? I say it's the Necro Butcher. He was in The Wrestler as Mickey Rourke's opponent in the really hardcore match, if you've seen that, and he just can work a great brawling style against a lot of people. Like, go over to Japan, he can probably do it. He can do it over there. He can do it the American Indie style. He can tone it down. If he's like it's on ROH on HDNet, he's just a great all-around brawler. Who has the best promos in wrestling today? Again, I gotta go with Chris Jericho. He's just he can control the crowd with just like one sentence. He can get him to boo him the heck out, and I don't know many other people that could do that. Maybe Austin Aries in Ring of Honor now that he is world champion. Edge maybe, but I still feel like Chris Jericho is one of the best. No, he is the best promo guy in wrestling today. Will ECW still be around this time next year? I feel it still will be around, but I think it might have like a different name. Like, its purpose of being ECW was because it had a lot of the ECW originals on it, and every single one of them is gone, except for Tommy Dreamer. I think once he loses the title, it's going to be a good time to change it. Maybe say it's Velocity, or maybe create a new name, or bring out one of the old pay-per-view names like Vengeance to be a TV show, or something. I don't know. Who is WWE's MVP of 2008? For the third time, I gotta say Chris Jericho. From where he is, I'm gonna judge these from where he was at the beginning of the year to where he is now. Just total character transformation, and he was probably an IC mid-carder or a high-level mid-carder. Now he's a definite main eventer at the end of 2008, and still is to this day, I feel. Who is TNA's MVP of 2008? I can't really judge that because no one really in TNA stood out in my mind at this point. But I probably got to go with Kurt Angle, just because he had the most great matches. I think I rated 5 TNA matches from 2008, great ones, and he was in 3 of them. So I'll go off with that. Who is ROH's MVP of 2008? Nigel McGuinness. Again, a total character transformation and great match after great match after great match. I mean, I can list them. I mean, Black at Take No Prisoner 2008, Aries at Supercard of Honor 3, Kevin Steen at Northern Navigation, the 4-Way in New York City, Danielson. He had three great matches, good to great matches with Danielson Rising Above 2008. He had a great match. 7th anniversary show, 6th anniversary show. Marufuji at Final Battle. I can just go on and on and on. Should TNA put more emphasis on its younger talent or established stars? I feel they should do both. I feel they should just stay with some of the older guys and keep, like, trade one out every once in a while. Like, take Kevin Nash out of the main event and put Alex Shelley in, or Eric Young in, or somebody who can go with the main event guys and be taken as a main eventer. But you can't just keep pushing the same main event guys, because you just get really bored with that. Like I don't want to see a Sting Kurt Angle feud 5 times, or like I don't want to see a Booker T Kevin Nash feud or something. I know they're both in the Mafia, or like a Sting Kevin Nash feud over and over and over again. That would just get really, really boring. And I think it is starting to drag out a little bit, this whole main event Mafia thing. If you could add one talent to the WWE roster, who would it be? I'd say Takeshi Morishima. They almost added him a couple of I think about a year ago they almost added him, and I think they definitely need to get more big men on the roster, and I think they need somebody who can be perceived as like an absolute monster. Kane really doesn't have that anymore. Craig Kelly's a face. Mark Henry doesn't have that. I think Morishima could absolutely, if they put a manager on, like if they bring in Larry Sweeney too, who I think would be a great guy in the WWE roster, is probably second on my list. Put those two together, because they work together in Ring of Honor, I think they could absolutely tear it up and sell a lot of stuff and get over as heels, and I think that'd be great. If you could add one talent to the TNA roster, who would it be? Let me explain this. I'm going to say Jack Evans, but let me explain this. I was going to add one wrestler to the area where I think TNA needs the most help. The heavyweight division, I think they're fine. Women's division, actually they're not all that fine, but I think the X division is more lacking than the women's division in TNA. And I say Jack Evans could really help them out in there, and he just do 630s all over the place, and he could get on the mic and do stuff. He can high fly, but he gets lost in matches, so just don't have long matches with him, I guess. Or give him a little more training and then bring him in. Like, let him stay in Dragon Gate or in AAA for like 6 more months, then bring him in. Or I guess a women's talent that would be good in TNA would be, I guess bringing a Japanese women's wrestler, bringing a Joshi Star to help them out. If wrestling is your favorite sport, what is your second favorite sport? I gotta go with ice hockey. I'm a huge Washington Capitals fan. I mean, I'm a huge fan of all sports, but probably ice hockey would be my favorite, because I think they're of my 4 favorite teams. They're the closest to winning a championship of any of them. So ice hockey there. Who's your YouTube shooter or wrestling viewer? I really don't have a favorite, but I have enormous amounts of respect for many guys on here, and it's part of the reason I wanted to join, because I think some guys have a lot of fun on here, and that's why I want to do it too, just out of fun. Last question: what's your pay-per-view of the last 12 months? Ring of Honor Rising Above 2008. I think I'm gonna be overrating the show, but I give it a 9.0. And I might need to watch Wrestle Kingdom 3 again. It's one of those two. On November 26th, and I'll see you later.